All right, if you need to create a group so you don't have to keep typing in emails over and over the same addresses, you're going to click over here on the waffle, the options menu, and then click on more, and you should see groups. If you don't see groups, then just go to even more from Google and it'll give you the full list, and then click on groups. When you get to that groups page, you're going to create a group, and it's going a little slow today. All right, so once groups comes up, you're going to create a group. And when it comes up, you'll have to give it a name. So if I want to send this email to my tech committee members. Now you can see as I'm typing in the name down here, it's going to create that the email address that I will use. And so tech committee members. Now, so this is the email address that I will use for my email address. And if I want to put in a description, I can, but I don't really have to. And then down at the bottom, just make sure that some of these settings are correct. Now, you want to make sure that it's set to an email list because that's the point of this group. You don't need to do the web form or anything like that. Make sure it's set on email list. And then the post to the group, you want to make sure that is all organization members. That organization would be Alding. And if you don't make sure that it's checked to all organization members, then anyone outside of the group they wouldn't be able to email that group. But if you only want people within that group to email that group, you can uncheck that. So only the members of your group are able to send messages to that group. So you may want to set it like that, so that only if it's your team or whoever you want to send it to, if you only want your group to be able to send messages to each other, then you uncheck that all organization members. And then that way it's only the people that you put into that group that will be able to send messages. So that may be the way that you want to set it up. And so then once we click create, and it's going to create that group. Okay, now we're going to invite people to join the group. And now you can do it two different ways. If you do the invite members, you have to wait for them to check their email and say, yes, I want to be in that group. Or you can do the direct add. Now, of course, right away, it's going to give you this message, say, be careful when direct adding, because some people may not want to be in that group. But if it's your team or whoever is going to be in that group, then yes, you can, do a direct add. And you just start typing in their email address. So I would type in mine and it starts coming up. And then I go ahead and click on it. And then I type in whoever I want to add to that group. And so then I click. And let me just make sure all these settings. So then down here, you just want to make sure that it's clicked on all email, so that as soon as a message is sent to that group, it's emailed out to everyone. And then if you want to write a message to the group, say welcome to the tech committee email list. We can email each other through this email, or whatever you want to say. And so once you do that, you click add. All right, and now it says no members added because I created the group, so I'm already part of the group. So, but it would list all of the people who are a part of that group. And so now if I go back to members, if I click on all members, it's going to show my name, or it's going to show who else you added into that group. And once you've added that group, or added all those members to that group, then you can start sending messages. Now remember that it has to be, if I go back to, let's see, where is my settings? Because I have to make sure that when I send an email, so here it is. So this is when I go to my email options. All right, this is what it's going to it's going to show you right here. So tech committee members, personal at aldeanisd.org, and you have to have the dashes in between there. So, if you want to copy that and, paste it, and then once you've sent an email once, it'll remember that you've sent an email to that group, and then you can, just start typing in the first part and it'll pull that email up, and then you don't have to worry about retyping it every time. So once you've created that email group, then you can go back to your email and start sending messages to that group.